Hello, everyone, and welcome to your tarot reading with Divine Oracle Messages. Thank you for joining me today for wonderful insights from Spirit for what you need to know about your life right now. Seeing this message today is not a coincidence, but the divine at work in your life. As all of you are so already well aware, right? Because there are no coincidences in the universe at all. Everything follows along with a divine plan. But this is a collective reading. It's a general reading, so not everything that Spirit brings through in these messages today may resonate with all of you. So please only take in the bits and pieces of the messages that do resonate for you and just let the rest go. But we are going to start this reading with a card coming in from Spirit, please. Fairy Wings. My inner child is happy and carefree. Do you ever feel like a lost child wandering aimlessly through life? Do you feel you've forgotten how to be truly happy and carefree? The angels ask you to play, have fun, and let go of the adult seriousness you have been carrying around. What a powerful message indeed, because this is something that I have been hearing for a few days now, that it's time for us to get back to the place where we feel happy and carefree, which is really all about inner child energy, right? Versus adult or society expectations. And I do feel that so many of you are currently caught in a tug of war inside of yourself. One part of you, the wise, free, curious, playful inner child, is begging for freedom, rest, exploration, creativity, spontaneity, and joy. The other part, the other side of you, the conditioned adult self, well, feels pressured to keep performing and producing, achieving and staying on schedule, meeting all of those responsibilities, and living up to external rules, all of those standards, and timelines as well. And I really feel that what this is saying for all of you that are listening to this reading today, it's time to embrace some happiness, joy, spontaneity, fun, and adventure in your lives again. But let's see what else Spirit is revealing. May we have another card, please, Spirit? May we have another card? Self-care. I love taking the time to understand my needs. The angels want you to remember that although dedication and hard work are crucial, you also need to pace yourself. Otherwise, you could stretch yourself too thin and burn out. That would be bad for your pursuit. Of course it would. But so many of you, I know, you are at times burning the candle at both ends because you have so many responsibilities. You are caught up in the hustle and bustle of life because it's what is expected of us, right? Yes, present company included in all of that. I need to embrace my inner child as well and put on my fairy wings and have some fun. But what Spirit is really revealing through this reading today, and they are coming in very firm, that the inner child and sage part of you is not wrong. And that is a voice that is not lazy, selfish, or immature. It is actually the clearest channel you have right now. You are being asked to turn the volume down on the voice that says, you must keep pushing, you must keep striving, people are counting on you. If you fall behind, you're going to regret it. You can't take time out to rest. You've got to go, go, go. You have all of these things you have to do. You have so many obligations. You are busy, busy, busy. But what about you? What about time for you? Self-care is a very important component of our lives, isn't it? It is. When was the last time you really took some time for yourself? And I mean some real time for you. And that is what your angels and guides are encouraging you to do right now. It's time to turn the volume up on the voice that says, I need to feel alive again. I want to do things that actually light me up. I am allowed to enjoy my life. I don't have to justify resting or exploring or having adventures or laughing or actually just doing nothing at all but sitting and just being me and doing nothing. if that is what brings you happiness, if that is what allows you to connect to your fairy wings and this inner child who has always been so happy and carefree. And what is coming through from Spirit right now as well is that all of this striving, planning, scheduling, burning the candle at both ends, overworking to the place where you were completely and totally wiped out and burned out, it is creating an imbalance within. And that imbalance creates real stress in the body and mind for so many in the collective, if not all of you. And things can manifest like headaches, foggy thinking, irritability, exhaustion, perhaps even panic, or feeling like you're always behind, even though you are working constantly and you feel like you're never going to get ahead. And sometimes just taking that day for you is going to give you the power and give you the rest that you need so that when you come back to it, you can indeed get ahead. Now, this is joy. When I feel happy, I manifest more reasons to be happy. Well, that is a very true statement because when I laugh even more. I laughed at something the other day that was so ridiculous, I don't even remember what it was, but I just kept laughing. And the more I laughed, the funnier it became. And it was just something, well, I don't even know what it was, so it wasn't anything worth repeating. The bottom line is, it's time to embrace joy. It's time to laugh. It's time to feel happy again. This angel reminds you that when we choose happy thoughts and set intentions to live joyfully, we are setting ourselves up for success and contentment in all areas of our lives. And that is very true. As I was mentioning, just taking some time for yourself and then getting back to what you need to focus on can just give you that welcome break to allow you to tackle things from a different perspective, perhaps seeing a way through that you couldn't see before because you were so focused on the schedule and on the deadline. But Spirit is suggesting that you find balance in your life again by spending real time doing something that brings you genuine joy. Not productivity, but genuine joy and happiness. And here are some of the things that are coming in from Spirit. Go listen to live music. Take a shelter dog for a walk. Watch something funny on purpose. Watch something silly on television. Play with art supplies. Get all the craft stuff out. Even if you do it badly, get it out and do it if you enjoy it. Sit outside and do absolutely nothing except breathe and watch the grass grow, or watch the butterflies as they land on the flowers, or watch the world pass by just for an hour or for an afternoon. You can have a cup of tea, you can take a book outside with you, you can just sit and do nothing, but look out at the world and absorb nature, because that as well is very healing. But whatever it is that brings you joy, this is what Spirit is recommending right now. But they're also saying right now that if you do decide to go and spend time with friends or family, like going out for dinner or beverages, whatever, give yourself permission to say, today, I will not talk about relationships, work stress, heavy things. I just want to laugh. I want to feel light. I want to be present in this moment because I want to enjoy every moment of this joy and happiness that I am feeling by spending time with you. The universe is encouraging you to reconnect with anything that felt magical to you when you were younger. Perhaps it was a childhood book, a song, a game, a place, a scent, a texture, whatever it might be for you, because that younger version of you still knows how to feel free. It's important to remember that part of you that wants rest, play, exploration, and saying no is not the enemy. That part is wise. That part remembers who you really are before the world told you who you should be or who you need to be. Remember and find that person and be that person again, even if it's just for an afternoon. But we are going to use some tarot cards now and see what other messages Spirit is sharing with the collective today, please. What do we need to know? This is the Five of Coins, the Five of Pentacles. And what I'm really hearing coming in from this card is that many in the collective are currently in the loop of working hard, overworking, getting validation, feeling good enough for a brief period of time, but then having to do it all over again. And with that comes more pressure to keep performing, to keep striving, to keep achieving, which comes to more depletion and self-criticism and more hard work to prove your worth. And then you just rinse, repeat, and do it again. That is the energy that comes through with the Five of Coins. It's a card of worry as well, because being in that state where you are constantly overextending yourself, overworking, depleting your energy is going to keep you in that place of worry. The Five of Coins is also about change. And your angels and guides are definitely asking you to allow change in your life, even if it's just for a day, even if it's just for a weekend, even if it's just for 30 minutes, because just taking a time out can replenish your energy so very much. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Go fly a kite, get some bubbles and blow bubbles, get some balloons and play with balloons. Do something that brings you happiness and joy. We are going to ask Spirit for another card for this message today, please. What is coming in? The Nine of Cups. Well, the Nine of Cups is a card of happiness. It is a card of joy, actually. It is a card of getting prayers answered and wishes being fulfilled. And Spirit is asking you to consider this question. This is what I'm hearing. What if real success is no longer how much you produce or how well you obey the rules? What if real success is how alive, peaceful, and joyful you feel in your own body and life? Now, you don't have to turn everything upside down in your world overnight. You don't have to do all of this at once. This is not saying to go out and quit your job or end relationships or burn everything to the ground today. This is about taking baby steps, because you do need to turn the dial down on the shoulds and coulds and turn the dial up on the wants and needs, even if it's just for 10 minutes a day at first, 15, 20, however many minutes you want to devote to yourself, actually, because small daily acts of joy, rest, play, and rebellion are medicine for the soul right now. Yes, indeed they are. They are not distractions. They are the actual path back to yourself. And they are the very things that will bring you that restoration and renewal that you so desperately need as well. But we are going to ask Spirit for another card for this reading today, please. This is the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords is a card of technology. The Page of Swords can also be about social media. Aha. So, for those of you on social media, ask yourself how it makes you really feel. Do you feel energized after being on social media? Or do you feel depleted? Do you feel encouraged or hopeless or even helpless? Is your newsfeed filled with negativity or positivity? Stop doom scrolling. And there is a lot of that out on social media right now. It's why I have detached from all of social media, except for making the readings for YouTube, of course, for you guys. Take a break from social media just for a few days and see how you feel. See if you feel lighter and brighter, because there's a lot of negative energy and untruths on social media in these times that we live in, right? Yes. Get out of the negative energy that it brings into your life, even if you try to avoid it, because it presents itself to you no matter where you go on your news feed, more than likely. So take a break from that for a little bit and see if that does indeed help you feel more peaceful and more harmonious within your life. But we are asking Spirit for another card for this reading. The Three of Cups. Well, the Three of Cups is a card of joy and happiness. It is a card of getting out and socializing and spending time with those who bring you joy and happiness, your friends, your soul tribe, perhaps your family. Spirit is revealing that some of the biggest blessings coming to you will arrive via the things that lift you up the most, that bring about your creativity. So you have to put more time into what makes you happy and what you feel drawn to, so that the blessings that you are looking for in your life can manifest. Look to succeed by pursuing play, not by working harder, and allow the universe to reward you, because they will. You are allowed to say no to things that make you feel dead inside. You are allowed to protect your energy and choose peace over performance. You are allowed to live in a way that feels good to your soul by saying yes to the fairy wings, by saying yes to joy, by saying yes to positive self-care and self-love, by saying yes to taking a time out for you. This is all I have for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me to hear this beautiful message from Spirit. If this reading resonates with you, please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe buttons below. And I'd also greatly appreciate it if you take a moment to leave a comment as well. Wishing you all of the best in love, joy, happiness, peace, prosperity, and fairy wings. See you next time.